Yes, the answer to 23 RC. What about 24? What's the answer for 24? Yes, Abby.
H.
H. It is H. Good. What about 25? What's the answer? Yes, Tanner? D. Very good. That's fine. Homework. Julianne will come around and stamp 287 or 288. Right? You get that? Just notice in the book they just put ... somewhere in the middle here, right? Now, if we were to write this out as a fraction, because they all have common denominators, one fraction, it's 14 plus 13 minus 12 plus 11 and so forth, okay? Now, with this in mind, what we can do is we can take these, and for example, we'll take 13 minus 12, which is 1. Also, we'll do the same with 11 and 10. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? And these are all addition. These are all adding. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take 14. Well, it's going to be out of 15. So it's 14 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. What is that? 7 ones. So 21/15. Okay? Now if we were to simplify this by dividing by 3 in both parts, we'd get 7/5. Done. I know some of you want to see this as a mixed number. 1 and 2/5. Either one of these work. We're going to take scores and then well, I'll show you guys how to do number 12. Also notice this was not simplified.
Oh, yeah, 12.
This was not simplified, okay?
It used to be 0 to 5.
What?
Right?
Oh, this is still... All right, number 1, what fraction of 1 hour? Actually, before we do number 1, let's come over here to this table, okay, and fill it in. So notice we have a fraction of 1 hour, 5 minutes. Why are all of these fractions out of 60? Sam?
Because they're stupid. 60 minutes the same as 1 hour.
Very good.
1 hour.
1 hour. It says 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, good. Now notice on this top one, we're going to divide both the top and the bottom by what number?
2.
5, right? So 5 divided by 5 are? 1. Oh, jeez. 60 divided by 5? 12. Okay? Then we go to the next one. Notice on this one I can just cross out those zeros and I'm left with 1, 6. I am, thank you. And then this third one. Some of you are saying I would divide this by 5.
15.
Others are saying 3. Let's combine the two and divide it by 15. This would give me 1/4. All right, the next one. Again, I can cross out the zeros, and then I have 2 divided by 6. So I'll divide by 2 in both places. 1/3.
1/3.
Turd.
That's what I was saying.
I know. That's because that's what your brain is
Are you
made of.
talking to me or about me? You're creeping.
All right. On this one, I can divide both of these by 30. Very small. That's 1/2. Okay. So these are all simplified fractions. Okay. All right. Now on this one, notice it says, what is the fraction of 1 hour is equal to the sum of 15 minutes and 20 minutes. So notice, why would I put a 60 here? Because it's out of 60 minutes, right? So it also goes right up in here. These are the denominators. So this means that my final result will have a denominator of 60. Okay? Now I just need to figure out the numerators. So I got 15 minutes, which was 15 out of 60. And then 20 minutes out of 60, which is 45. 35.
Yeah.
35, very good.
45.
Yeah, well, eat it, okay?
Eat what?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I want to know.
35 over 60. Can this be simplified? Yes, what would we divide both the numerator and denominator by if we were to simplify this? Ashley, please tell me.
Who's talking to me?
Well, let's look at this next one. 1/6 of an hour plus 1/3 of an hour. So we just come over here. 1/6 was 10 minutes.
An hour.
So I do 10 over 60 plus 1/3 of an hour was 20 minutes. So 20 over 60
You're making this
it's
harder.
30 over 60. Which, as we can see over here, it's 1/2. That is why it equals 1/2. If we show work, that is as good as an explanation. All right, explain why 1/12 of an hour plus 1/2 hour. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of shortcut on this one. Notice I've got 1/12 of an hour, right? How would I make this so that it has a denominator of 1/12? The 1/2. What would I multiply the denominator by? Sam. 6. See, now I have this common denominator of 12. But if I do it to the denominator, I must also do it to the numerator. Okay, so 1 times 6 is 6. This gives me a common denominator of 12. 1 plus 6, 7. All right, these are the answers to these problems, just written. Yeah, look, if you really want to, you can write all this garbage. Which may be more fun. Like maybe writing all that garbage is like, wow, my life is much more enriched. I don't know. People it is. To others, it's a treasure trove. Yes, it
Your
is.
life is full of a donut.
I love donuts. All right, let's look at these. So let's get some different colors.
Wait, if you had a three-dimensional, what does?
Okay,
What does?
let's look at an example here. So what I need right now is some numbers. 5.
3.
Wait, hold on. I'm as far as 5. 7. Another one. Single digit numbers, please. Sure, we can do 8 and 2. Okay. All right, we have these two fractions, but notice the only difference, and you'll find the only difference today between today and yesterday, is that yesterday you may have noticed that all the denominators were already common, okay? Today you're going to find that the numerators are no longer common, but you must make them common.
No.
Okay?
Wait, oh, this is
So, let's choose addition, okay? Now, when I add and subtract fractions, I always, forever, in all situations and cases, and salutations, okay? You must always have what? Common denominators. When adding and subtracting, you must have common denominators, all right? So, let's look at these. These are not common, right? Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the 7 here, right? All I'm going to do, we did this a couple days ago, I'm going to multiply the 7 over here. Okay? But when I do it on the denominator, I also do it, thank you, in the numerator. So I also multiply by 7 right here. Notice the 7 is still just 7. So what I must do is look over here to the 3 and multiply over here. But if I do it to the denominator, I must also do it to the numerator. Okay? Now what this does is it gives me a new fraction. 3 times 5, 15, divided by 3 times 7, 21. Alright?
You sound like some guy from Germany.
Oh, jeez.
20 Juan.
Okay, now I'm going to do 8 times 7, which is 56, divided by, again, it should give us the same denominators, which is 20 Juan, okay? All right, I'm going to add these two together. I'll add them. Since I'm adding, what is my denominator going to be? 21. Why? Because it's common. It are common. So how do I find the numerator?
Add them together.
Yeah, again, I can ignore these now. I just do 15 plus 56. 60.
Just kidding.
1.
Wait.
It's 60.
Yeah,
71.
hold on a second. I was working on it. 73?
1.
Are these divisible by 3? No, they aren't. They are not. Okay?
No, they're not.
They are not. So I'm just going to leave this answer like this. Those of you that really feel uncomfortable by looking at improper fractions, turn this now into a mixed number. Go ahead. Try it.
Well, that's what the book does.
Do it.
3,
Yeah. 3, what is that? 63. So you got 8 left over?
I was close. I was off by 1. What?
Either of these work. Question. And yes, Julia asked it already. Listen, you can do these on calculators. However, just understand that the calculator will do it exactly as you put it in. So if you don't know how to put fractions into the calculator correctly, it's going to do them correctly. It's going to do correct the wrong problem because you put it in wrong. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
The calculator never makes mistakes. Never. It never does.
It's you who makes mistakes because you can't put them in right.
But if you don't put them in right, the calculator still did the wrong problem right. Okay? It's not the calculator's fault. It's you. So I'm warning you against that. All right? You may use it, but just be careful. Also, there's one other thing with calculators. On a test, if you don't show any work at all, I don't check the answer. I just mark it wrong.
Really?
That is correct, okay?
It's gonna be a
So
good
if you don't show work on a test because you did it on the calculator, then it is wrong. Here, let me show you guys something else that people do with calculators, right? So they'll say, I did 1/2 plus 3/4, and I got, oh, actually, what is that? 4 and 2, 5. Yeah, thank you.
He's like,
5/4, right?
that is not considered a mark.
Yeah, okay. And then what you'll do is you'll say, Mr. Sal, this is my answer, and this is my work.
That's hilarious.
Okay, yes. You'll do it one of these days, okay?
You'll fall for that?
You guys are going to say, this is my work. It's right here, Mr. Sal. And I'll say, wrong. I'm going to scribble all over it and say minus whatever, X. X number of points because this does not count as work.
Yes, it does.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
writing.
See, because you're going to say, I did it on my calculator. I can't see your calculator.
It's the most
I can't see it.
ever had to do.
If you write work, that's another good question. Work, wrong. All right.
Same thing if you write. What if you write Mr. Sol?
All right. Someone give me a number.
5.
5, sure. 5, 9, 7, 6. Okay. All right. Now here's the thing is this example is going to have a negative and a minus. Like this, all right? So notice this is subtraction. Can I subtract?
Yeah.
Well, can I subtract yet? No, I cannot yet, right? Why? Yes, Sam?
Denominators are not
Very good. We need the denominators to be common. Be common, okay? It's a good name of like a band. Be common.
I like that. Mr. Sol, you should start your own band.
I'll sell it to Sesame Street.
What would you play? The donut?
My dad does.
Okay, listen, if you just imagine that, then get it out of your brain. Okay, so notice this denominator is 9, so I'm going to do, all right, okay, I still need to multiply it over here, okay? That's going to give me a new fraction of 63 over 54. Now, look over here, I've got to multiply this fraction by what? 6, because it's the other denominator, okay? That will give me a negative 30 over 54. And I am subtracting. All right, let's finish this problem, dang it. So look, what we have common denominators of 54, so my final answer denominator will be 54, okay? Now in the if I wanted to do this on a calculator, I could. I could put negative, push negative 3, 0, minus 6, 3, and push equals, and it will give me an answer. Negative 93. As it turns out, both of these are divisible by 3. So I will divide the top by 3 and also the bottom, and I will get negative 31 over 124 is 18. Good.
Yeah, that's a negative.
Okay, but I have a question. One time I did this, and the problem.
All right, so Tanner was saying, well, look, you can see that I could just have a common denominator of 18, right? Okay, that is what we call the least common denominator, and it takes so much more thinking. Yeah, it takes a lot more thinking because now you got to look.
Would you like the
Yeah, now you got to look at these and say, I got to multiply 9 by 2. I got to multiply 6 by 3, and it's different. Okay.
The 9 and 6.
It just this one takes less thought. However, if the least common denominator thing works for you, do it. Do it. Do it, and let the English see you do it, okay? If you turn to the next page, you'll see this. All this is saying is, if you want to add or subtract fractions, you must absolutely, positively, in all cases, yes.
Yeah.
And without exception,
And we're done.
you must have common, denominators. Okay.
Is that what I said?
It's what I said, and thank you for agreeing.
iPad.
Okay. Common denominators, that's all it's saying. If you're going to add and subtract,
Next
that
one.
is what you must have, okay? All right, just in case I missed it, this is just telling you that you have to have common denominators when you add and subtract. Bam. All right, this is just an example. It's nothing more than an example, okay? So you can write it in the margin of your book if you really choose to, if you want to. All right, notice what we have is 3/4 over 8, and it's the sum. So what operation is sum? Yeah, that's very good. It's addition, okay? Now, notice. Let's do it, okay? So I'm just going to use the common denominator of 8 because this is a complex fraction and it's going to be a pain in the rear if we try to do this any differently, okay? So let's multiply the 4 by 2 and this by 2, okay? So what I'm left with is 3/4 over 8 plus. If I have 2 1/3, how many thirds do I have? 2/3. Did everyone just get that?
No.
If I have 1/3 and 1/3, now I've got 2/3, okay? Now it's over 8 though. Do I have common denominators?
No.
Yes, it does.
Well, it just has a denominator.
So I've got, well, it's 8, of course. Okay?
You could have a denominator.
However, now I've got 3/4 plus 2/3. In this complex fraction, there are fractions that do not have common denominators, so I cannot add. So what I need to do is take the 4 and multiply it by 3. And take the 3 and multiply it by 4. Let's multiply. Okay, and what I'm left with is 9/4 over 8. Well, it's all over 8. Plus 8. Oh, that's 12. Dang it. 12. There we go. So it's going to give me something.
Yeah.
It's 8, but this is going to be 12. So 9 plus 8 is 17. 17/12. Okay. There's a way we can reduce this. However, not really too worried about it right now. Just understand that the final answer should be 17 over 96.
Over what? So 17 over 96 over 8.
No, just 17 over 96. You don't have to know why. You don't have to know why. That's going to come next week. Okay? What?
How are we supposed to do this problem now?
I don't know. Let's look at different problems that we can do. Oh,
So
uh-oh.
how do we do that one?
I don't know. Okay.
I saw it. I didn't do it, I saw it.
All right. On number 1, what would my common denominator be? This example. 4. So what I'm going to multiply the 2 by 2. Very good. That's going to give me 2/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4.
I did it.
Okay? Example in the book. So they did it on a number line to confuse you. Also did it with the least common denominator, which we all. All right, do A, B, C, and D. All right, Carly is going to do A.
To show my work?
Yep. Also, you have to speak very loudly and clearly. Yeah.
I did it on the calculator though.
Well, it's going to be hard to show work then, isn't it?
Fine, I'll show my work. I know how.
Oh, Carly, you got to explain why you do it.
Okay, so the common denominator, we would
Someone's
change
talking. Better finish.
the common denominator to 6. So you have to multiply 3 by 2 and then 2 by 2, which is 4. And then you get 5/6.
Bam. Very good, Carly. Excellent work. All right, would someone like to do B, please?
Test my skills.
Yeah, either way. Bridger,
My skills.
do B, please.
Don't drop it.
This is like my dad's iPad, but your case is weird. Okay. Which one do I do? Just add the B?
The what?
But the B doesn't have room to do it.
I write really
Okay, so hey, I'm talking. So this one right here, that becomes -5/10, and then you do this one, plus and negative, and then it equals 2/5. Bam!
That's interesting.
I don't know how to really do it.
Oh my gosh. All right, well you did that part right at least. That's fair. Just understand, right, that this would actually give you 4/10, which would simplify to this. Okay? That's. I understand. That's good. All right, who would like to do C, please? That hasn't done one yet. All right, yes. Sorry. Jenny? Jenny. All right, Jenny's going to do C.
Okay. So this. Okay. So 1/4 is equal to 2/8 plus 3/8 is equal to 5/8.
Bam. So notice, she used the common denominator of 8 here, and that's fine. Others of you may have used 32, okay? All right, would someone like to do D? Please. All right. All right, Allie's going to do D.
Okay. Do I draw an arrow? Talk loud.
I'm watching.
Okay.
You got to explain why you do it.
Okay, so it's 1/3 and negative 1/3. Whoops.
I know, talking.
It's frozen. Oh, never mind. Okay, and then so 4 and 3 can both go into 12, so you change it to 12. And then 3 can go into 12 4 times, and then 4 can go into 12 3 times, so it would be 7/12 the negative.
Very good. Excellent. It would be negative 7/12. All right. Okay. These are the answers, and it looks like we had those. Very good. Okay. Notice now we're looking at one with 3. I'm going to let you guys look at that, okay? And in fact, we'll come back to these two problems. All right, let's look at E. Okay, if you look at E, notice now there's 3 fractions, okay? Don't let that bother you too much, all right? So what I'm going to do, denominators of 5, 7, and 5, okay? So what I'm going to do is, since I've only got 2 different ones, I'm going to multiply the 5s by the 7 and their numerators as well, okay? So what this gives me is 14 over 35 here. And this one will now be 21 over 35. Okay? This one I'm going to multiply by the other denominators, which is 5. So that's going to give me 20 over 35. This is addition. This is in parentheses and plus. Okay? So since I have common denominators, now I know that my final denominator will have a 35. Okay? And I can ignore these. So from here I just do 21 plus 20, which is 41. I've got 14 plus the 41, which is going to give me 55. Can this be simplified? Yes, it can be. I'm going to divide by 5. Okay? So it will give me 11/7. Of course, some of you want to see this as a mixed number, 1 4/7. What would be the common denominator for F? 40. Good. So I multiply this by 4, this by 4, and the numerators as well. So I get negative 12 over 40, parenthesis, plus 4 times 23, 80, 92 over 40. And my other number here, 8 times, this would be 5 now. So 25 over 40. Okay, again, since I have common denominators, we're all good there. So we have common denominators of 40. But I have to combine these two. Negative 12 plus 25 is 13. Plus 92. That is going to give me the 105. Once again, these can be simplified by dividing by 5. Which will give me 21 over 8. And these can be simplified further, right? By dividing by 3. No, they can't. It's done.
No, it's not.
It is. Oh yeah, yeah. If you wanted to make this a mixed number, 2 and 5. Oops.